Hey guys, all right, here is my down and dirty 532 and tracking training. All right, so there's like two parts of the system that I have. So I have a 532 tracking sheet, which I put in a sheet protector. I'm going to take out just because I have my checklist that I don't use anymore behind it. But I put it in a sheet protector because basically all I use it for on a daily basis is to make sure that I'm filling in all my blanks, just to make sure that I have my bases covered. So on the form, it's very simple. You have 5 reconnects for the day, and then you have your 3 and your 2, which are 2 different types of invites. It depends on what you're focusing on. If you're focusing on recruiting, then I would do 3 coach invites. If you are focusing on a challenge group, then I would do 3 challenger invites. So you have basically 2 different forms of invites. 3 invites, coach or challenger, and then 2 invites, coach or challenger. That's your 532. That's like it in its most generic form. What I also added though, because we need to be adding to our network and we need to be talking to new people, right? So I have 3 adds to my network, which I go to my friends, like people you may know, and I look for people who are friends of friends, and I just do add, and then that's it. Like that's legit it. And then I'll usually send, on average maybe like 6 a day in hopes that I'll get 3 back. And I don't message them right away. That I got from Nikki Whiting. She just adds them, and then eventually she messages them as she goes through her reconnects. So that's how I get my 3 ads a day. And then my 3 new messages, I do go into groups. So, I'm in paleo groups. I'm in a divorced women's support group. They are groups that I have a legitimate interest in, or groups that are actually helping me, or groups where I feel like I can truly add value to people's lives. So don't be in groups just for the sake of being in groups, but make sure that you're in groups where you feel like you can really add value or take value from it. So, the divorced one was one that I used a lot when I was going through my divorce. And now I just really like giving support to other women. So anyway, so that's how I do. And then sometimes with the new messages, sometimes I add them as friends and sometimes I don't. Like, it's just, if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, then I'll, as long as I keep building that relationship, it will eventually work out. So this is what I fill out every day on a sheet protector with a dry erase marker. And then I transfer it over to my notebook system. So it will get more streamlined in the new year once I have a new notebook. I started out with Joelle's 5 subject notebook, and I just don't need 5 subjects. So I pretty much mainly use one subject area. So from my reconnect list, or from my 532 list, I take my 5 reconnects and I transfer them to a massive reconnect list for whatever month we're in. So right now we're in October. So I started at the beginning of the month, and when I had them on here, I transfer them over. So I have one big list I now have 125 reconnects for the month of October. And then I take my invites. Let's say I take my business invites, my coach invites. I have one master list for my October business invites. And then for my challenger invites, I have one master list for my challenger invites. As you can see, my challenger invites is a lot smaller because I've been working really heavily on recruiting. So your lists are going to look a little bit different. This way, when you have your master list for your business invites, when you do a sneak peek, you can invite every single person on the list that you've already talked to coaching about in that month. When you have your challenger list, you can, when you're inviting to your challenge group, let's say you host an event, like when I hosted my event a week and a half before the deadline to order, I sent an invite to every single person on that list and then posted it in my event so that they were constantly getting these notifications. So that's what I do. It's honestly very simple. but it works for me, and my team has been using it. You can do this in easily less than an hour. Like when I say power hour. So if you have more time, you could do 2 of those a day. But that's what I do. If you have questions, let me know. And it's been working for me. It's been working for my team. It's been working for any coach, honestly, that I've introduced it to. So hope that helps. That's my 5 through 2 of my tracking.